Hello and welcome part 3 in another video. Today we're gonna explain lesson number 1, ratio and proportion. First, the ratio is a method to compare between two quantities A and B of the same kind and the same unit. The ratio can be written in the shape of dot form as A to B or in the fraction form as A over B, where A, the numerator, is called the antecedent and B, the denominator, is called the consequent. From the important properties of the ratio, that the value of the ratio does not change if each of its terms is multiplied or divided by the same number, which is non-zero real number. As you can see, 1 over 2, if we multiply it by 2, it will be 2 over 4. If we multiply this half by 3, it will be 3 over 6, and so on. But the value of ratio is changed if it is added or subtracted to another number, as 1 over 2, if we add 2 up and down, it will be 3 over 4, and 3 over 4 is not equal to half. Second, we're gonna take the proportion. It is the equality of two or more ratios. So if A, B, C, and D are proportion, we can say that A over B equals C over D, where A and D are called the extremes and B and C are called the means. And from the properties of proportion, property number 1, A over B equals C over D, so the multiplication of extremes equals the multiplication of means, so A by D equals B by C. Let's take an example. Example number 1, find the third proportion of the quantities 3, 4, and 20. So we're gonna make two equal fractions. The first number is 3, and the second one is 4, and the third one is missing, so we're gonna make it x, and the fourth one is 20. So to find x, the third proportion, we're gonna multiply 3 by 20 divided by 4, and it's equal to 15. Second thing, find the fourth proportion of the quantities 2a, 12b, 5ab. You have to know the place of the fourth proportion. So we're gonna make two equal fractions. First we have 2a over 12b, which equals 5ab. And we're gonna leave the fourth proportion empty, or we can call it x. So the value of x equal 5ab multiplied by 12b over 2a. We can cancel a with a, and 12 divided 2 equals 6, so the answer is 30b power 2. Another important example, he says find the number that will be added to each of the numbers 1, 3, 7, and 13 to get them proportional. So we're gonna make two equal fractions. We have 1 and 13, 7 and 31, and we have to add a number to make them proportion. I'm gonna add a number called x, because I didn't know what is the value of x yet, to every term in this proportion. Then we're gonna make a cross multiplication. So we have 1 plus x multiplied by 31 plus x equals 7 plus x multiplied 13 plus x. We're gonna multiply the two brackets together. 1 by 31 is 31, 1 by x is x. Then we have x by 31 is 31x, and x by x is x squared. The other side, we have 7 by 13, 3 by 7 is 21, 1 and carry up 2, 7 by 1 is 7, and we have 2, so this is 91. 7 by x is 7x, and x by x is x squared, and x by 13 is 13x. In both sides we have x power 2, gonna be cancelled with x power 2, and we're gonna make all the numbers x in a side and the other three terms in the other side. x plus 31, this is 32x. And we have 7 plus 13, it's 20. We're gonna move it to the other side, it's negative 20x. And here we have 91 minus, I move 31 to the other side, so minus 31. 32x minus 20x is 12x. And 91 minus 31 is 60. If we divide both terms by 12, so the number x equals to 5. And this is the number should be added to the two terms of the ratio to make it proportional. Property number 2. If a multiplied d equal b multiplied c, then a over b equals c over d, or we can say a over c equal b over d, or we can say b over a equal d over c, or we can say c over a equal d over b. Let's take an example. We have 12x equal 3y, and we need to find x over y. So we have 12x equals 3y. We need to find the value of x over y. So we have x, just we need to put y down, so I'm gonna divide by y in the other side. I want to remove 12, so I will divide by 12 in both sides. 12 will cancel 12, so we have only x over y, and y cancel y, so we have 3 over 12. So the value of x over y equals 1 over 4 in the simplest form. Property number 3. A over b equals c over d, then a over c equal b over d. As we can see, a over c equal b over d. We can take the antecedent over the antecedent equals the consequent over the consequent. And property number 4, if a over b equals c over d, this is gonna be equal to m, where m is a constant not equal to 0. Then a equal bm and c equal dm. Let's take an example. If a to b equals 3 to 5, find the ratio 20a minus 7b to 15a plus b. So a over b equals 3 over 5. So the value of a equals 3m if we call this ratio equal to m, and b gonna be equal 5m. Let's find the value that he wants. 20a minus 7b over 15a plus b, and this is equal 20, and instead of a we can make it 3m minus 7, and instead of b we can put 5m over 15a, so 15 and 3m minus, plus b, which is 5m. We're gonna simplify. 20 by 3 equals 60m, and 7 by 5 is 35m, over 15 by 3 is 45m plus 5m. So this is gonna be equal 60 minus 35 equal 25m, and 45 minus 5 equal 40m. And by taking m, 25 over 40 equal 5 over 8. So the value of this ratio is 5 over 8. Another example, example number 5. If the ratio between two real numbers is 4 and 7, if we subtract 16 from each of them, then the ratio between the two obtained numbers is 2 to 5. Find the two numbers. So in this example, we will say that a over b equal 4 over 7, and this is the original ratio, and this is equal to m. So a equals 4m and b equals 7m. Now we're gonna subtract from each one I'm gonna subtract 16 to make it the new ratio, which is 2/5. By making a cross multiplication, so we have 2 multiplied by 7m minus 16, which equals 5 multiplied 4m minus 16. 2 by 7 is 14m, minus 2 by 16 is 32, and 5 by 4 is 20m, and 5 by 16 is 80. We're gonna make the m in a side and the numbers in the other side. So I'm gonna move 14 to the other side with negative sign, and move 80 to the other side with positive sign. So we have 20m minus 14m, and this is equal 80 minus 32. 20 minus 14 is 6m, and 80 minus 32, and 80 minus 32 is 48. By dividing both of them by 6, so m equals 8. So the number should be is 8. The original numbers should be a, which equals 4m. So we're gonna multiply 4 by 8, which equals 32. And b, which was 7m. We're gonna multiply 7 by 8, which is 56. Another important question: if A, B, and C and D are proportion quantities, prove that AC multiplied BD equal A plus C over B plus D squared. So we're gonna try to find the left hand side and the right hand side and see what is they're gonna be equal. If A over B equals C over D, and they are proportions, so both of them equals to M. So A equal BM and C equals DM. So we're gonna substitute with A with BM and C by DM. We have AC over BD, and this is the left hand side, and this is gonna be equal. We're gonna remove A and put BM, and remove C and put DM. Then we have B over D. Now B by D is BD, and M by M is M power 2 over BD. We can cancel BD with BD, so the left hand side is M power 2. Let's take the right hand side, which equals A plus C over B plus D all squared. And this is equal. We're gonna change A with BM plus C, which is DM, over B plus D, and all of this is squared. By taking a common M from the numerator, so this will be equal M and B plus D over B plus D, and all of this is squared. By cancelling B plus D from both numerator and denominator, we're gonna have M power 2, and this is equal to the left hand side. I hope that you enjoyed the video, and see you in another videos. Thank you. Goodbye.